Welcome, friends, once again, and invite you to the next episode of my JGBS story. Today's guest is none other than a graduating student from the MBA class of 2024-26 who is a native of Bhopal and joined our 2-year MBA program at Jindal Global Business School. Welcome, Akshita, to this podcast of my JGBS story.
Thank you, sir.
So today the story will revolve around you, your life, your learnings, your messages to the juniors and the incoming students, and for me to know something more about you.
Sure.
Friends, a small introduction about our guest today. So we have a student who has been a footballer for 6 years in school. She chose to join Jindal Global Business School after completing her graduation from Narsi Munji Institute of Management Studies from Mumbai, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And the best part is, as she graduates, she has also secured a final placement with ICICI Bank. Congratulations on your placement.
Thank you,
And
sir.
I wish that your parents, I feel, would be quite excited, right?
They are
Okay.
extremely.
Great. So first thing first, Akshita, 2 years. A student who has spent 2 years in Mumbai,
Yes.
correct? A very different world altogether at a very fast pace. How did Sonipat came into your life?
So I had friends who have graduated from OP Jindal, and I still have friends who are studying here. So those were my first people who I went to for reviews because they had the first-hand experience of OP Jindal. And later I also googled OP Jindal. I saw the images and did my research. That was my part. So it actually fit quite well in my journey. Like, I thought this would be it. This would help me grow.
Okay. So friends, Akshita took 2-3 important terms: research, then connection, inquiring from friends. And I keep on telling this thing: research is a very important part of our decision making, because you can always, I keep on saying, you can always take a chance for your graduation, but nobody does MBA twice in our life. And therefore it is very important to connect with the respective campus, the college life, the seniors, the alumni, and try to find out the meaningful attributes which can bring your professional journey to a next level. So she was lucky, she had some friends who guided her,
Yeah.
right? And then she decided that no matter I am living in Mumbai, but I am coming to Sonipat, correct? So when you entered into the class of MBA 2024, tell me something, how was the initial 1 or 2 months of your journey over here?
Okay. So the initial 1 to 2 months were adjusting and coming to the routine. Like, this is a full campus, like we have to stay here 24/7. So that was a new experience for me because in Mumbai and also at home, we used to just go to the school or to the college, come back home, disassociate from the life. But here, my friends were in the classroom and in the room with me. So for initial 1 or 2 months were just adjusting to the routine of this new life.
What was the most challenging part of adjustment?
The most challenging part was sharing my room with 3 other people.
Okay.
And I'm a single child, so I have not been with like a lot of people. So adjusting with them in the same room was one challenge. But eventually you become family, and today I can say that I don't know how I will even survive without my roommates. Like,
So your 3 roommates,
Yeah.
right? And they are all from your MBA batch?
Yes, sir.
So can you tell us a bit more about them? Where do they belong to?
Okay, so my initial one, the first year roommates, one was from Gujarat, one was from Punjab, one was from South India.
Okay. And you are from Central India.
I am from Central India.
East, West, North, South, everybody
All
combined
combined.
in one room.
Yeah,
Correct.
yes.
But having said that, it's not easy, right?
Not easy.
4 people coming with different mindsets.
Yes,
It was time-taking task
it is.
to gel into it.
Yes,
But
sir.
everything went fine. There would be differences, I believe.
There were some, but eventually you get used to their habits, they get used to your habits. So,
Okay, great. Now let's go a bit towards your classroom.
correct.
Now, help us know today what is typically a classroom of MBA at JGBS like?
Okay. So, a classroom of MBA at JGBS is filled with extraordinary people, I would say. They
Extraordinary people. Very
Yeah.
good. I'm happy to learn.
everybody has different talents, everybody comes from different parts of India, and the age group also varies in MBA. So there are people who have just graduated, and there are people who have experience, like they have work experience.
Okay.
And everybody, I think, since all of us are different age groups, so the thoughts are also very different. So which is why I think the class has extraordinary people.
And it was exciting.
It was exciting, yes.
Okay, great. So now you are, I think it's February,
Yeah.
March, April and May. 3 months left. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So how will you rate your journey of MBA on a scale of 10 in terms of your happiness, in terms of whatever dreams you had that I am joining an institution? How far has JGBS been able to come up into your expectations?
So it is a 10 out of 10 for me.
Okay.
I came here thinking everything that I thought I would do, I did everything. Be it sports, be it getting the placement, and making friends, meeting the best faculty members, and also having great connection with the faculty members. So I think my experience would be 10 out of 10.
Not everybody has an experience of 10 out of 10, right?
Yeah.
Because individuals have own experiences.
Yes, sir.
It's very important to keep a balance in each and every aspect of life.
Yes.
Correct. And now since you have already been placed, and since the placement is happening for other students, would you like to tell us that this outcome of securing a final placement at ICICI, how did you academically prepare for this final day, and a bit more about the internships, what you did, and how do you feel those internships anywhere helped you in the final interview?
Okay. So, sir, I've done 5 internships. 3 were before coming to OP Jindal, and 2 were while I was studying in OP Jindal. So, these internships helped me gain the exposure of industry, and they gave me the first-hand experience that I needed. So when I sat for my ICICI placements, there were questions which were very closely related to how I would act in a real world situation, and because of these internships I could relate to that, since I have not worked before this. So this is how they helped
So you
me.
were a fresher,
I was a fresher.
but you feel that pursuing these 5 internships helped a long way
Yes, sir.
in this final placement.
Yes, sir.
I would like you to pass on a message to any fresher, correct?
Yes.
To any fresher about these internships, because you yourself have done. Many people are of the opinion, okay, fine, I may do an online internship, but I keep on emphasizing that internships are a gateway for placements,
Definitely.
right? But
Yes.
coming in from a senior now, I think it will make more clarity. Tell us some messages which you want to give, particularly with respect to how important are internships.
Okay. So the first message that I want to give to my juniors, or anybody this would be helpful to, is you have to know what domain you want to enter. So the internships will open the gateway, but you also have to be sure that, okay, I want to go into marketing. So the internships that I choose would be from the marketing domain. because when we sit for interviews, we get questions related to the domain that we have selected. So doing internships there would help you a lot. Second is, do not take these internships lightly at all, because we think these are just 1 or 2 months, but these 1 or 2 months will shape you for the future that you are ready, like the future that will come to you. And third would be, just be prepared, just be aware whatever you're doing, keep everything in mind, and when you sit for placements, if you have done your internships properly and willingly, then everything would be very easy for you during placements.
Thank you, Akshita, because I was hearing you. You took two important terms which I could infer. Do your internships willingly and properly. These are not just words, because these 2 months of period, if you are pursuing MBA at OP Jindal, typically after every semester you get 2 months of window to do an internship, right?
Yes.
So ultimately 6 months is good enough time. And secondly, what you have mentioned, and I am 100% in agreement to you, is try to figure out your specialization area as early as possible. Like Akshita mentioned, she always wanted to venture into marketing. Therefore, she chose all the internships which can lead her, because she had did her BBA in branding and advertising.
Yes.
Correct? See, branding, advertising, marketing, they all are correlated, and therefore it helps you to do your self introspection. Great. I also got to know that you have visited Ho Chi Minh city in Vietnam also, right?
Yes.
Tell us something about this particular, what exactly you did, what was it? So tell our audience about that also.
We had a short-term study abroad program that Jindal offered us in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, and I was obliged to be a part of that short-term study abroad program. So during the month of December, we went to Ho Chi Minh, and there we went to this university called UTech, and the program was actually about media through storytelling, the art of media through storytelling.
Art of media through storytelling.
Yeah.
Quite interesting.
Yeah, it was. There we learnt about the different culture that Vietnam had to offer, and how everybody there is just working, and how everybody is growing. Like Vietnam's economy is booming during this time. So I got the first-hand experience to that.
So how many students went for this?
30.
30. Okay, and what was the duration of this?
It was 1 month.
1 month?
Yeah.
You were at Vietnam?
Yes, sir.
What about learning? Where all you went, and where all did you explode Vietnam?
We just went to Ho Chi Minh City, but we did go to places near Ho Chi Minh. So there was Mekong Delta. It's a beautiful river, so they take you for boating there, Mekong Delta. And then we went to this beach which is near Ho Chi Minh City. And then there were, when war happened in Vietnam, there were caves and all that they made.
Bunkers and
caves?
Yeah,
the bunkers they made. So we went to those bunkers and we saw all of that.
You saw all the World War happened?
Yes.
Oh, great.
So this was the exposure of Vietnam.
Now we'll come to the last part of our podcast, where I would request you to share certain messages which any junior must learn if they are planning to enter the gates of OP Jindal, especially for MBA. What are the certain do's and don'ts?
Okay.
Let's start with certain don'ts first.
Okay. So I would say don't panic.
Don't panic.
Don't panic. Make friends, because it's very important since you live here 24/7. So you have to have good friends. Eat well, sleep well, and be regular to classes.
Wonderful. Eat well, sleep well, make friends, don't panic, And last but not the least, don't miss classes.
Yeah, don't.
Don't miss classes. Okay, now what are the certain do's?
Okay. So I would say you have to have a direction from the very beginning, that this is where I'm heading, this is what I want to do, because all of us are aware that some, like, from the second year we have to take those specializations, so you have to have that direction very early. Like, start planning, start working on yourself. If you want to go into sports, do that, it's fair, but with that also manage your academics, because we are here to take placements, and co-curricular activities are very good, but our main focus should be on the academics.
Friends, this is very important because when I entered into pursuing MBA almost 25 years ago, I also had one thing in my mind, that even before when I complete my degree, I should have an offer at hand. And you all must understand that any institution, any B school is not a placement agency. We all can give you good faculties, good curriculum, good classmates, good amount of opportunities for your extracurricular, just to rejuvenate. But at the end of the day, what Akshita mentioned, academics for which you are here is something which can't be compromised. And therefore, plan and prioritize your schedule on day-to-day basis, because one should not get carried away looking at somebody's placement or somebody's company logo or package. At one point or the other, we all have to earn it. She, during her tenure, imagine coming from Mumbai with 3 years of graduation to Sonipat, she did enough of research first that can give her a confidence that yes, it is a safe bet. Am I right?
Definitely so.
When she came, she did not settle over here. She tried each and every point of time to have a meaningful association in terms of practical knowledge. So therefore, during her entire graduation and post-graduation journey, she has 5 structured internships in the area of marketing and allied areas. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
And then imagine with 5 internships on your CVs, when if she is sitting for a job interview, I think even as a fresher, she has best opportunities to impress the recruiter. Am I right?
Definitely.
So I wish you all the best, Akshita.